Hi students, hope all of you are doing well and your preparation for various competitive exams is also going good. I welcome all of you for this special and informative session on SSC CGL 2019. See students, this class is going to be immensely beneficial for all types of students, like the beginners, those who have started the preparation just now, then the students who have been preparing for quite a long time and not able to crack this exam, and other type of students who have just come very near to the success, miss the opportunity narrowly. For all those students, all types, this is going to be immensely beneficial, and just watch the video completely and try to get those points which are useful for you to crack this type of exams. Okay, but before going for that one, students, I wish all of you a very happy Diwali, and of course SSC had already given us Diwali gift also by notifying for thousands of vacancies across the country. I'll come back to that one. Before going further, students, I would like to congratulate all our students who have qualified the RRB mains examination. Just yesterday only the results have come out and hundreds of our students got qualified for interview. So for all those students who got qualified as promised by me, I am going to give them interview guidance free of cost. And for those students who have not qualified, I wish them all the best for the next examination. Don't leave the preparation in the middle. Okay, and by the way students, most of you must be knowing that one, I am running one online institute by name Chakravarthy E Classroom, and we have more than 15,000 students across the country. Now they are preparing seriously for various competitive exams. I provide you with the bank exams course for all the banks, SBI, IBPS and other banks, RBI Grade B, Grade A, then SSC CGL, CHSL, then CRTs, then CLOT, and very soon we are going to launch a CAT course also. I think by 2020 CAT we are going to introduce that one. Alright, now see students, here I would like to announce you one discount scheme also. This scheme will be applicable for those students who got qualified in one exam. For example, I am telling you, if you take bank exams, you got qualified in prelims and not able to crack the mains, or qualified mains, not able to crack a interview. For that type of students, even SSC also, you cleared tier 1 but you are not able to clear tier 2 or 3. So for that type of students, I am going to give flat 20% discount. You please avail this opportunity. Those students who have not joined us, you please take this opportunity. Okay, so you need to provide the proof of the qualification when you have qualified. So even if you have qualified in 2015 also, that's okay for us. 2014 also, that's okay. Provide that one, we are going to give you this much discount, because my intention is that to encourage the students. And you must have seen the prices also, course fee also. I kept rock bottom prices, and I give the information of our courses at the end of the class. And now we will focus on this SSC CGL notification. See students, as all of you know, SSC Staff Selection Commission conducts many exams in a calendar year, but most popular exams are SSC CGL and CHSL. Now this CGL, combined graduate level exam, generally they fill up group B and C level posts are the vacancies. Group B and C, very good vacancies are there students, very good posts are there for that matter, like Central Excise Inspector, Income Tax Inspector, Sub-Inspector in CBI, Assistant Auditors, Section Officers, Assistant Section Officers, Examiners, then Preventive Officers, UDCs, many vacancies, then Sub-Inspector in Narcotics, even that's also very good one. Different ministries, departments and organizations of central government. It's a golden opportunity students, and the salary also, maximum salary around 1,51,000. Alright, try to utilize this opportunity, and cracking this examination is a little tough, particularly tier 2 examination, right? I'll tell you the strategy how to crack this one, just watch this video carefully. Now students, the scope of the class, what we are going to discuss in this session. First, we will discuss some very important points in the notification. Right? Now this class is not for reading the notification for you, because you have to go through that one. Alright? You must read the notification like word to word. You please make it as a habit. You do that. Only I am going to touch some very important information. And second thing, what is the examination pattern? The third one we are going to discuss, the complete analysis based on the pattern, complete analysis of the subjects. Then finally we will go for the strategy, how to go ahead. Alright, so now first focus on the notification. I hope by this time you must have read the notification, because on 22nd of this month the notification was out. And before going further, students, many students are asking, from then I'm getting hundreds of calls, and some students are asking how many vacancies are there. See students, how many vacancies are there, that doesn't matter for you. Alright, because you are fighting for only one vacancy. In every class I tell the student the same thing, don't worry about the vacancies. Suppose SSC CGL generally they come out with 10 to 12,000 vacancies, students. Suppose they have given 10, this time they are filling up 10,000 vacancies. Alright, so don't think that there are 10,000 vacancies. Confidently you should say that 9,999 vacancies are there for SSC. They have notified for that number only. One less vacancy you have to say always. Every time I will tell you the same thing, because that remaining one vacancy is yours. That is mine. That's it. So I am fighting for that one vacancy. No competition is there for that one. You prepare, start your preparation with this confidence. Okay, I'll come back to that one in the strategy part. I'll tell you. Okay, in the strategy part, how you have to prepare yourself mentally also. Alright, you have to go into that one. Definitely you will get success, students. I'll tell you. Before going for the further discussion, students, just take the important dates. You must have read the notification, but still I am telling you the important dates. Notification has come out on 22nd, and last date for submission of your application online is 25th November. Next month, 25th. But try to apply for that one within 2 to 3 days, maximum in a week's time, to avoid the last minute rush. Then very important dates for tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I'll tell you, because first if you know that one, if you know how many stages are there, then I'll go for the like exact dates or tentative dates for that matter. Okay, right. So here this examination is a 4-stage exam, right? First stage is known as tier 1, next tier 2, next tier 3, and finally tier 4. See students, for this tier 1 examination, it is going to be conducted from 2nd March 2020 to 11th March. See, ample of time is there. This is October only. You have 4 months left out for that examination. If you plan well, study well, definitely you are going to get a success. And coming to this tier 2 and tier 3, right? This is going to be in the month of June 2020. That starts from 22nd June to 25th June. Ample of time is there. Okay. Then after this finally tier 4. See students, tier 1 and tier 2. These two are, tier 1 and 2 are objective type exams for particularly the beginners. Listen very carefully. These two are objective type computer based exams. So let us take it as objective type computer based. Okay. Whereas tier 3 is descriptive examination, paper and pen exam. You have to write on the paper. Whereas tier 4 is the final one, that is skill test. Skill test will be there and followed by document verification. This is the new pattern. Now let us go in depth, students. One by one we are going to discuss. So what will be there in tier 1 and tier 2? See, in tier 1 they are going to test you on 4 subjects. So first one is general intelligence, that's nothing but reasoning. Second one is quantitative aptitude, then English, followed by general awareness. Okay, so now in this reasoning they are going to give you 25 questions, that is so with quant, English and general awareness. So total 100 questions are there. Okay, you must have read in the notification. Followed by marks. So for 25 questions, each question carries 2 marks. So 50, here also 50, again 50, again 50, 200. Okay. Now as far as time is concerned, you have to complete these 100 questions in 60 minutes, remember. 60 minutes. And negative marking, because they want the accuracy. Alright, I'll tell you in the strategy part. So negative marking of 0.5 mark per question is going to be deducted if the answer is wrong. And coming to Tier 2 students, Tier 2, they are going to test you on 2 subjects. So one is quantitative aptitude, they call it as quantitative ability. Quantitative ability here, almost 50% of the questions are from pure mathematics, that is advanced mathematics. Alright, then remaining 50 from normal arithmetic, then followed by English. General English will be there, and of course this is called paper 1, this is paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4 are there. Alright, but paper 3 is only for specific posts like junior statistical officer, statistical analyst, that is 3, that's the reason why I am not writing this one here. And 4th one is accounts position, that is assistant accounts officer and assistant audit officer, I think. For that type of post, paper 3 and paper 4 are there. For paper 3, this is based on statistics, okay, and this is general awareness, not general awareness, general studies they call this one. All the questions are based on finance and the economy. Anyway students, as far as number of questions is concerned, quant you will get 100 questions, English 200 questions, then the paper based on statistics, this is 100, and of course this is 100. If this is required for you, you go for that, otherwise not required, because while giving you a preference also, that's very important students. Alright, anyway, so for this 100 questions, they are giving us maximum 200 marks. Each question carries 2 marks. So here 200 questions, 200 marks, here also 200, here also 200. Anyway, as far as these two are concerned, 300 questions and 400 marks are allocated for that. And as far as the negative marking is concerned, for this one, for this quanta, 0.5 mark is going to be deducted for wrong answer. Whereas for this one, 0.25 mark will be deducted as the negative mark. And time allotted for this one is, for paper 1 quantitative aptitude, 2 hours time. Ample of time is there, right? 120 minutes. And for this paper also, it is 2 hours time. Okay, and these two papers are common for everybody. Even if you have applied for junior, this one assistant statistical officer also, you need to attempt these two, right? Along with this, you need to go for this one. Then for accounts and auditing positions, you have to take these two and this one also. Alright, now I'll come back to that one. Now coming to Tier 3 examination. Tier 3 is descriptive, it's not objective type, and that too you have to write it on a paper. So here this paper can be taken in English or Hindi also. Here they'll be giving you essays, essay writing, thesis writing, then letter writing, applications, and that type of stuff will be asked there. Anyway, I have included that one in our course. So for this one, total they have allocated 100 marks for this one. Okay, and time allotted for this one is 60 minutes. And coming to Tier 4, what will be there in Tier 4? Tier 4 is the final one. Here, as per the requirement, the post which you have applied for, you will be having a skill test. Skill test means that is computer proficiency test and data entry, depending upon the vacancy, data entry. Okay, then followed by finally document verification. If medical examination or physical examination is required, for some positions physical examination is required, you need to go through that one as well, and your selection process will be completed after document verification, successful verification of the documents. Now students, Up to this one I just finished very quick because you have to read it from the notification. Now surprisingly many students are asking me, so what is the criteria for going from tier 1 to tier 2, tier 2 to tier 3 or tier 3 to tier 4? See students, everything will be generally given in the notification only. You please go through that one clearly. But for your sake, I'll just tell you because some confusion is there. Many students are getting confused here. See, simple one. First, you need to qualify in tier 1. Okay, tier 1 in the sense you need to get a minimum qualifying mark. Minimum qualifying mark in tier 1. Okay, generally the minimum qualifying mark is 30%. In tier 1, 30%. I am talking about the general candidates, open category candidates, and for reservation this will be less only. For OBC 25% and SC, ST and other category you have to get at least 20%. That is minimum qualifying mark. Once you get 30% and above in tier 1, you will be eligible to go for tier 2 and tier 3. Remember, here also many students are asking how to go for tier 3. So after qualifying tier 1 with minimum 30%, automatically you will be going for tier 2 and tier 3. In tier 2, you have to get separately here in first paper. Paper 1 you have to get minimum 30%. Paper 2 you have to get minimum 30%. Remember this one. Then your paper will be evaluated. Tier 3 paper will be evaluated. Don't get confused. In the notification, generally they give very clearly. Alright. Then after tier 3, anyway, tier 2 and tier 3 are going to be conducted on the same day this time. Okay. So then after that you will be going for tier 4. And very important thing is that on what basis they are going to conduct, they are going to prepare the merit list. See students, merit list is prepared on, very carefully, you just listen that one, on the marks you get in tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. Remember this one. Okay. So for many exams, preliminary exams are only screening tests. Not here. Here, whatever you get in tier 1, this is also going to be considered for the merit list. For that reason, from first tier only, from preliminary examination only, you need to focus on getting maximum marks out of that one. That's very important, students, right? So it's in one way, it's a good thing for us because right from the beginning, so tier 1 is very simple, very simple examination when you compare that one to tier 2. Of course, more or less the chapters are same, but it's very difficulty level is less. For that reason, you can utilize this opportunity to get as many marks as possible. But only thing is that for tier 1, the time is very less. In 60 minutes only, you have to attempt as many questions as possible. So for that reason, maintain accuracy and along with the speed. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and they consider one more thing also, that is your order of preference. Order of preference. For example, creamy jobs are there. You take this income tax department, and central excise department. Those jobs are very creamy. Central excise inspector, income tax inspector, then that is sub inspector in CBI, sub inspector in narcotics, then examiner, preventive officer. All are very good vacancies, but some jobs are very creamy jobs. While giving your preference, should be very careful. Try to give the preference in a proper way, because this also plays a vital role in your rank. Okay, remember that one. And other things, students, here you try to get maximum marks in this examination, because suppose 10,000 vacancies are there, 10,000 posts are there. So if you come in the range of 9,500 to 10,000, if you are coming in this range, so there what happens? There is no value for your preference. You have to go for any vacancy, whatever it may be allocated for you in the order of preference. Alright, so for that reason, try to come in first 500 students. I'll tell you how to crack this examination while securing a rank below 500. You just keep it as a target. If you keep as a target as coming first 100, That's really good. You can do that one. You can do that one if you go with the right strategy. But anyway, come, just keep this target. I need to come in first 500 only. So this is about the examination, students. I think I have covered all the points. I tried my best to cover everything here. If anything is not covered, just go through the notification. Anyway, in notification, generally they give many things, right? So just go through that one. Whichever is required for you, just focus on that one. Anyway, students, the important dates, by 25th November, you have to apply for this job. Now, we will go in depth, students. We will go in depth how to cover this Tier 1. What are the subjects in Tier 1? Already we have discussed, but we will go in depth in general intelligence, where you have to focus on. And other important things, students, like banks, how you prepare for banks. You need to prepare for prelims and mains, Tier 1 and Tier 2 simultaneously. Don't think that after Tier 1 I will go for Tier 2 preparation, because more or less the chapters are same. Some chapters are asked additionally in Tier 2. I will tell you those chapters. You can keep that one for Tier 2 exam, but basically you have to start your preparation for Tier 1 and Tier 2 together. That will fetch you a lot. And one more question generally students are asking me, what is the difference between these two exams, bank exams and the Staff Selection Commission, particularly SSC CGL? There is a difference, students. In CGL examination, general intelligence, our reasoning paper is quite simple when you compare that one to that of bank exams. In bank exams, reasoning they give very high standard questions. That is one difference. Second one, in bank exams, very less questions. Nowadays they are not giving even one question from advanced mathematics. Whereas in this one, in CGL examination, particularly in Tier 2 exam, they are giving almost 50% of the paper, sometimes a little above 50% based on advanced mathematics like plane geometry, coordinate geometry, algebra, trigonometry, heights and distances, then pure mensuration, that is 2D and 3D. Many questions are there, so that is another difference. Now, the actual thing comes into picture. How to start your preparation? See, students, not only competitive exams, you take any other thing, anything, whatever it may be in your life. Suppose you have a goal, you need to achieve that one at any cost. To achieve that one, the right preparation is required. You know that one. In the other words, the right beginning is required. How you start the things, those things are going to be ended in the same way. If the beginning is correct in a proper way, you will be ended up in the same way. But most of us students, you just observe people around you or go inside yourself. Just observe that one. When we are failed or when we got a failure, generally what we do, many of us generally blame others for that situation. Blame others for their failure. Remember, students, you shouldn't do like that. Once you start blaming others for your failure, you will never get success in your life. Because you are the only person to decide your success. You are the only person to create your own destiny. Believe in yourself, not in any other thing. Of course, you need to take the help of the people around you, things around you. Of course, you have to do that one. But those people should not decide your success. You should decide your success. To go for that one, to get success, first of all, you should have a goal. You know that one, right? Now you have a goal, a clear goal of achieving a central government job. Get success in SSC CGL examination. Then from where I need to start my preparation. See, students, for this type of exams, not only SSC CGL, you take any competitive exam on these lines. Examiners or the examiner expects two things from you, because that is the first thing you need to know. From where I have to begin? To begin with, first of all, you should know what examiner is exactly looking from you. Am I going to live up to that expectation, or have to go for that expectation? That should be decided by you. So, first of all, what is expected by the examiner? The examiner is expecting two things from you, that is speed and accuracy. I told you this one many times in my previous videos. Okay, now between speed and accuracy, for this type of competitive exams, first you need to get accuracy. 100% accuracy you should get. Pinpoint accuracy. That means in your practice sessions, if you are practicing 10 questions, 10 out of 10 must be correct. Only then you should consider that one as accuracy. Once you get accuracy, automatically you will get a speed. Many students are crazy after speed from day one. You should not do that one. I am advising you students, right? Don't go for speed in your practice sessions. This is applicable for all types of students. When some students, they are coming very near to the goal, very near to that one, and they miss that one very narrowly because of this one only, because of lack of accuracy, because of negative marking you failed in the examination. For that reason, first try to get accuracy, speed will come automatically thereafter. Then how to get accuracy? Remember students, how to get accuracy? Only by practice. Only by practice. No other mantra is there for this one. Only by hard work. Work hard in a smart way. That much I can tell you. Okay, only by practice, unconditional practice. When can you practice that one? I also told this one many times students, right? So when can you practice? Only when you are perfect with the concept. Conceptual clarity should be there on a topic. Then you can practice. Then you can get accuracy. In my language, accuracy. In our language, let us take it now, right? In our language, accuracy means 100% accuracy. Then you will get speed. Now, how to get conceptual clarity? Only when you have basic knowledge. Basics are very, very important. Now students, I am just reiterating my statement. What is that one? Right beginning leads you to success. The right beginning for this type of competitive exams is from the basics. Remember, even if you know the concept also, suppose profit and loss is there, and quantitative aptitude, don't think that I know everything about profit and loss. There may be some more. There may be some more things which you may not be knowing as far as the recent competitive trend is concerned. So just brush it up from the basic level. Only then you will get accuracy, and that too in the stipulated time. Okay, right from the basic level. If your basics are clear, you can get clear conceptual clarity. Based on that, confidently you can go for unconditional practice. Your practice should be confidently you have to practice. Alright, then you will get 100% accuracy, followed by speed, followed by success. That's it. Followed by success. That's all. Alright, so then here to reach this one, listen very carefully students. I am starting from the basics. All the students, you please do this one. Now, how to learn the basics? How to learn the basics? So, to learn the basics, first of all, you list out the syllabus for this one. So, luckily students, for SSC CGL, the syllabus is not very vast. So, that is limited, and a clear scope is there for that one. From this one only, you are going to get questions. Except for general awareness and tier 1, the syllabus is very vast, but we have done in a capsule way, so that if you read that one, that's enough for you. No need to go beyond that one. Anyway students, now our target is to go for the syllabus. So by and large, the syllabus is having a scope. For that reason, let us do in this way. What is the prescribed syllabus for this one? See students, as I have told you just now, the limited scope is there. Let's start in this way. In tier 1, let's start with the general intelligence or reasoning. We'll finish it off very quick. Then we will go for quantitative aptitude. Okay, for tier 1 and tier 2 together, I'll tell you. Alright, then we will go for English. English again, tier 1 and tier 2, I'll tell you clearly. And general awareness. Coming to general awareness, that's asked only in tier 1. So we will go for this one. After English, I am going to explain general awareness. Also have to go for that. General intelligence, reasoning in tier 1. See students, actually for competitive exams, reasoning can be divided into two parts. So one is verbal reasoning, other one is non-verbal reasoning. As far as bank exams are concerned, they have confined only to verbal reasoning. Verbal reasoning in the sense, verbal, what do you mean by verbal? With the help of words. Non-verbal, without any words. The questions are based on some pictures. Okay, for in bank exams, they confine only to verbal reasoning. They won't give non-verbal. But as far as SSC exams are concerned, they are giving questions from non-verbal as well. Okay, now in verbal, what type of chapters are there? And in non-verbal, what type of chapters are there? And how to attempt the questions. Very quickly, in a nutshell, I am going to give you, try to take the things which are very much helpful for you. Okay, see students, the total, as far as complete marks are concerned, total 50 marks are there. Okay, and only 25 questions are there, that's all. And they are not going to ask reasoning questions in Tier 2 examination. But one very advantageous thing is that it is scoring, students. This is scoring. Out of 25 questions, right, confidently I am telling you, if time allows, because time is only 60 minutes, you need to go for other sections also. Even though sectional wise cutoff is not there for this exam like bank exams, but still you need to go for other things also. So out of 25, if you work hard, you can do up to 20 to 22 questions, students, within the stipulated time, because the standard is that much only. Well, almost I can say the difficulty level is in a scale of 0 to 10, we can take it up to only 3 or 4, that's all. Very simple questions are there from this section, and advantages, the advantage here is that you can get high score, because Tier 1 marks are also going to be added for the final merit list. So this is really advantageous for us. Okay, now how to attempt this one and what type of questions are there. See students, coming to this verbal reasoning, let's start with the verbal reasoning here. In verbal, of course, many chapters are there. Okay, I'll give you important chapters here. As far as Tier 1 is concerned, in reasoning part, you will get questions from coding, decoding. Okay, many questions are there from coding, decoding. Then directions. Then sequence and ranking. Okay, so from coding, decoding, they are giving almost 2 to 3 questions, you see. 2 questions minimum. Then directions, 1 question they are giving. Sequence and ranking, 1 to 2 questions they are giving. Then followed by relations, blood relations, 1 question you get. Okay. Next one, 5th one is logical Venn diagrams. I am writing logical diagrams. 2 types of questions are there. Then followed by questions based on numbers, students. Question based on numbers, they give number series. Okay. Number series questions they are giving in general intelligence, that reasoning, and even quanta. So number series. Then number analogy. Analogy is nothing but similarity. Number analogy. Then number classification. And similarly, next one, letter series, letter analogy, letter classification. Okay. The next one is with the help of words, verbal. Word analogy they are giving. Then word classification they are giving. So they give analogy means, like for example, seed is related to tree. I'll tell you now, in the same way, one more word will be given to you. Seed is related to tree. In the same way, this is related to what? In that way they are asking. Anyway, students. Now, word classification. Classification is nothing but finding odd men out. I'll tell you clearly. Alright, then after this, let's go for the next chapter, problems based on matrix. Matrix means they give 2 tables. Anyway, I'll tell you. Then after matrix, you will get problems based on mathematical symbols. Okay. Next one is mathematical puzzles. Mathematical puzzle. Okay. Then followed by figure counting. Right? Next one is arranging the words in a logical order. words in a logical order. Okay, then followed by, they are asking one question from assumptions also. Actually this comes under critical reasoning section, right? But the difficulty level is very low difficulty level. Okay, next they are asking questions from Shilloism also, right? Shilloism, they are asking one or two questions. Then followed by problems based on alphabetical series. Okay, then problems based on cubes and dice. Generally they ask questions from these chapters, followed by non-verbal reasoning. In non-verbal reasoning, students, very important chapters are series. Next one is analogy. This is non-verbal analogy. Two figures will be given to you, right? Figure A is related to B in one way. In the same way, C is related to what? You need to find out that one from the given 4 options there. Okay, right. So, series, analogy, then classification. That is non-verbal classification. Then followed by paper cutting. Problems based on paper cutting. Next one is embedded picture, embedded figure. So, some like a basic figure will be given, followed by 4 options. You need to find out what is the one which is embedded inside that, right? Next one is mirror images. Okay, next water image, and some more miscellaneous questions based on the non-verbal. Miscellaneous questions based on non-verbal. Alright, see students, some more chapters are there, like simple chapters like using mathematical symbols. If plus is called minus, minus is called divided by. Alright, previously they used to give in this way. Now they have modified that one in some other way. Let's take that one also. Let's take here 5th B I am writing. This is 5th B. Problems based on mathematical symbols also. Okay. So this is the syllabus for you students. Alright. Now, how many chapters are there? Roughly 24-25 chapters are there. You can add another 2 or 3. So it does not mean that in one examination, suppose preliminary, the tier 1 is going to be conducted like in the month of March. It does not mean that you will get questions from all these chapters definitely. We can't say that one because different shifts are there in one shift. We can't assure you all these things, but overall, for all the shifts you take all the shifts into consideration, definitely you are going to get questions only from these chapters. No question will be from outside these chapters. Remember this one. When you know that definitely questions are from these chapters, can't you like go through this one properly? Go in depth of that one, try to squeeze it out. Alright, then you can easily get 100% marks in this section, because these marks are very easy to get and these are going to be added for the final merit list. See students, to explain this one, it's not required actually. In-depth analysis is not required for these chapters. These are very simple. If you take critical reasoning, puzzles, seating arrangement, that needs a lot of insight. Those are giving in the bank exams. But for this one, you learn the basics of coding, decoding. Students, to go for coding, decoding, and the questions which are based on alphabetical series, it is better to by heart the number position of English alphabet from left to right and right to left. I have given many techniques in our course how to remember that one, so that you can save some time. This time can be allocated for other questions. For example, reasoning can be done very easily in tier 1, even general awareness also, because if you know that one, yes, you can go for the answer. If you don't know that one, leave it, that's it. Okay, that time can be spent for quantitative aptitude questions. Alright, for that reason, you just by heart that you will get coding and decoding. Nothing will be there. In many times they are giving the questions, but overall, one word means something is coded in some way. You need to find out the logic in the coding. In the same way, the other word is coded as a what. That what should be taken from the given 4 options, right? Next one is directions. Directions is a simple chapter, right? I have given fantastic questions in this one and basic idea of that. Have to go for this one. In directions, nothing is there. You should know all the 8 directions and what is right, what is left. That's very important. Next one, sequence and ranking also. I have given one unique method in our course, that is comparison method. sequence and ranking. So A is like taller than B. Don't go like this. A is greater than B. If they give A is taller than B, I have given a method. A is taller than B. That means A's position is depending upon that of B's. So start with B like this. Start with B. A is taller than B. A should be here, right? Then B is taller than C. On the same, B is taller than C. In this way you have to go. So many things involved in this one. Sometimes you will get two places for one person or one alphabet. How to place it. Alright, just go through this one also. You will get one question. Definitely one question. In almost all the shifts they are giving one question. Then blood relations. For this relations you need to know how to draw the family chart. I have seen many methods, students, but see, I have given a method. 3 rules I have given for you to draw the family chart. It's very effective, very effective. Just go for that one. Any question from blood relations, whatever it may be, can be solved very easily. Always read from left to right, top to bottom. One rule I have given. Then after that, male and female differentiation. Then generation differentiation. If you go with that family chart, it's not a big thing, right? And questions based on logical diagrams. Definitely you will get questions from this one, right? So they give relationship, for example, Asia, India, then UP they have given. So some options they will be giving. From that options you have to choose which is logically representing the verbal words as a diagram using circles or triangles or rectangle, whatever it may be, but generally questions based on circles. Okay, so to go for that one, the best technique is just create your own diagram. I'll tell you one example, students. This is a small example I'm giving you. Of course, we have hundreds of questions in our course. You should know the logic, students. They have given fathers, then fathers-in-law, then educated by people. Okay. And they have given 4 options and you need to find the right diagram for this one. Alright, so see students, here the best strategy for this one is you need to frame the diagram by yourself. Okay, don't go by the options, you will be confused. How to frame the diagrams? Many students got confused. I'm telling you, almost 90%. You just pause the video here and try to go for the right Venn diagram for this one using circles. Simple one, students. The right diagram is it should be fathers-in-law. Fathers-in-law. Okay. All the fathers-in-law must be fathers first of all. Father. Then educated. Educated means this is educated. See how logically we can draw this one. Many students got confused in this way. This is they have drawn in this way. They have chosen this in this way. Fathers, fathers-in-law, then educated people somewhere here. This is wrong. This is wrong. Why that is wrong? Simple logic, students. To become a father-in-law, you must be a father first. Without becoming a father, how would you become a father-in-law? Who is your father-in-law? Your father-in-law means your wife's or husband's father is your father-in-law. To become a father-in-law, first of all you should be a father. You should have a son or a daughter. Alright, only then you will become father-in-law. Yes or no? So all fathers-in-law must be fathers first. Now educated people. Some fathers-in-law can be educated, some fathers can be educated. This is the perfect diagram. Then what about this place? This place. This place is those fathers who have not yet become fathers-in-law. If you draw this one in the other way, like taking this one as father and taking this one as father-in-law, so the mistake you can get there, right? So in that case what happened, this is the place, the shaded one is the place that is representing those fathers-in-law who are not fathers. How would you become a father-in-law without becoming a father first? That is the logic. So many things are there, students, like that logical way you have to think. I have taught that one in a crystal clear way so that even a beginner can understand that one. Okay, so try to get grip on all these chapters in this way. After logical diagrams, these are number series, number analogy, right? Number classification. So series based on numbers. The missing one you need to find out, or the wrong number in the series. We have many sessions for that. Then number analogy. Analogy is nothing but a similarity. They may give 5 is related to 25. Then 25 is related to what? You need to find out the relationship between these two numbers. Many logics are there, no such rule there is for that. If you practice well, you will get the logic immediately. Similarly, letter series, letter analogy and classification is nothing but finding the odd men out. They will give four numbers. You need to find out which number does not fit into the group. That is what you need to find out. Alright, next one, similarly letter series, letter analogy, classification. Right, then based on the words also. Okay, then matrix. Matrix is nothing but they give you two tables are given for you. You need to understand the given tables. This is one type of coding and decoding. Then followed by this one, mathematical symbols. They use some mathematical symbols in a logical way to find out the solution for similar problem. Next one is puzzles. Mathematical puzzle means they give one shape like this, for example. Just for example, I am giving you, already this is over. They give in this way. For example, in this way they give, right? Some numbers will be given to you, 1, 2, 3, or some other numbers, 4, 5, something, and this way. You need to find out, in a similar way they will give one more thing, and you need to find out what will come in the place of question mark, in the type of triangles, rectangles, or whatever the shape may be. Logically you need to find out. There are certain steps for this one. For this as well as a figure counting also. Figure counting, one big figure will be given to you. They will be broken into small figures. You need to find out how many small figures are there in counting. Systematic approach is there for that one. You need to approach that one to get 100% marks, because for mathematical puzzles or symbols, alright, are using mathematical symbols or figure counting, these are all very simple. With your visualization you can do it very easily. Then coming to word problems based on words. Logically you have to arrange the words in an order, maybe descending order, or logically like increasing to decrease or decreasing to increase, or in a logical way you need to arrange that one. Alright, then assumptions. Assumptions, we have fantastic classes for this one. You will never forget that one in your life. Then Shilloism, I have taken more than 10 hours. Just go for that one. That is useful for you for all the competitive exams, including this one. Anyway, from Shilloism they are giving 1 or 2 questions. Assumptions, they are giving 1 question. Then remaining problems based on alphabets, and very important thing is cubes and dice also. They are giving invariably 1 question from cubes and dice. And coming to the non-verbal reasoning students, here there is a myth among the students. Non-verbal is very difficult. See students, compared that one with verbal reasoning, non-verbal is very easy for many reasons. One of the very important reasons is you don't have none of these options in non-verbal reasoning. Yes or no? 4 options will be given to you. Out of 4, 1 will be definitely your answer. When none of these is not there, then you can go by the elimination process. Very easily you can get that one, provided you have complete basics of non-verbal reasoning. I have given you fantastic shortcuts for non-verbal students after learning the concept. Just keep focused on that one. Definitely you are going to go with these questions. Remember, to learn non-verbal reasoning, first of all you have to start with series questions only. 4 figures will be given to you. They are related to one another, right? You need to find out what is the 5th one in sequence and the series. The finding out the relationship is very important, students. That's based on the elements given there. Many rules are there: movement, rotation, degrees, places, many things are there. If you understand the series well, others can be done very easily. Then after the series, I have given the basic session for 1 hour for this. To understand from the element level, I have started from what is element, what are the positions, how to go about. Okay, next step, analogy is nothing but similarity. Just like number analogy, letter analogy, word analogy, non-verbal analogy will be there. One picture will be given to you. Let us call it as A. A is related to B in one way. Some elements are there inside this. In the same way, how C is related to D? This is the question mark. You need to find among the given 4 options. Alright, next classification is nothing but a similarity. I'm sorry, not similarity, finding the odd men out. Similarity is for analogy. Next, this is very important, paper cutting, right? Embedded picture, finding out the hidden picture. Embedded is one thing, finding out hidden picture. A little difference is there between these two. I have discussed that one clearly. So for paper cutting, you need to visualize that one. They give some foldings of a paper. They cut it one place. If you unfold the paper, how would it be looking like is the question. Simple visualization is required for that, coupled with some small techniques I have discussed. Then go for embedded picture. One picture will be given to you. Many things are there inside that one. From this one, they take one picture out. You need to find out whether this picture is from this one or not. More or less these two are same, slight differences there. Next, mirror image and water image. These two are very, very important. Most of the analogy questions are based on these images only, mirror and water images. You need to visualize here also. For example, if they give in this way, suppose mirror image is this one, water image you have to go like this. For example, this arrow, this figure is there. Let's take in this way, this figure. What is the mirror image for that one? I have given many techniques for that one. You have to take the distance and other things also. Mirror image is this one. For this arrow, this. For this line, this. For this line, this. For this line, this. For this line, this. That's it. This is the mirror image. And what about the water image? Water image means, for example, let's take this one. Right? What's the water image of this one? For this line, you have to segregate that one. For this line, this is the image. Okay? For this line, this is the image. For this line, this is the image. So this is the water image. This is mirror image, this is water. So many techniques are there in this one, students, right? So what's the water image for this one? Simple one. This is water image. I have given the basic questions for you. Don't worry. Don't think that the questions are like this. These are only basic level. You will understand everything once you know the basics. Okay. Then followed by some miscellaneous questions based on the non-verbal. This is not the right platform to discuss each and every topic in depth, students. That much time is not there. I am afraid that this video will be like crossing over 1 hour or 1.5 hours. That's the reason why I am cutting it short. Anyway, students, the basics are very much important for you. My intention is here to give all these things. My intention behind this one is the syllabus is clear and this is scoring. You can get 100% marks in reasoning section, general intelligence section in Tier 1, which is going to be added for your merit list. Use this opportunity. Alright, got the idea? So some students are under the feeling that there is no need for any preparation for general intelligence. Just we go on practicing, take some tests, you will get it. No, students, you shouldn't take that much risk. Of course, to some extent, that opinion is also right, but not to the 100% extent. There may be some questions. You may not be knowing that. For that reason, instead of relying only on study material, just attend a class. Because you are here, you are investing the precious one time here. Alright, you can get money tomorrow, but you won't get this time. Don't take any risk. Take the guidance from the experts so that you can clear this examination in the first attempt itself. Because suppose I'm there in this field for more than 22-23 years, students. I've seen lakhs of students. I know how to train you for this type of exams. Just use that expertise and try to get a success. Now we will move on to very, very important section, that is quantitative aptitude. Going to the quant section, students. So this plays a vital role in your examination, even in Tier 1 and Tier 2. Particularly in Tier 2 examination, each question carries 2 marks, students. You just utilize this opportunity. You can score as many marks as possible in quant if you approach in a proper way. As it is, we start with the syllabus. Anyway, students, what I do, quant is very vast section actually. Alright, to explain about each and every chapter, it takes much time. We will have a separate session for in-depth analysis of quantitative aptitude. Chapter wise I'll go for. Okay, I give introduction for all the chapters. That video will be free of cost for you. At least you will get some idea on this paper. Now in this session we will go an overall idea with an overall idea on quant section how to go for. Now I am going to give you the chapters for Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 plus Tier 2. Okay, so even in your preparation also, you prepare for both the stages together. Simultaneously you have to do. Don't wait for like after prelims I am going to go for Tier 2. Don't think in that way. You right from the day 1, Tier 1 plus Tier 2 you have to take into consideration. The difference between these two is in Tier 2 examination, 50% of the paper, more than 50% I can say, the questions are from pure mathematics, that is advanced mathematics part. Whereas in Tier 1 also there are questions from advanced mathematics plus arithmetic, quantitative aptitude. But the difficulty level when you compare with that of Tier 2, Tier 1 is less. So you can score maximum marks in Tier 1 also. Alright, the chapters generally students, I start like this. This quantitative aptitude can be divided into two. One is advanced mathematics, other one is normal quantitative aptitude, arithmetic problems. So advanced mathematics, one very important chapter, algebra. You will get many questions in mains. Okay, or Tier 2. Next one is geometry. Geometry we can divide into plane geometry and coordinate geometry. Okay, then followed by trigonometry. Okay, next one is if you go a little in depth, heights and distance. Okay, next one is mensuration. Particularly 3D mensuration questions are asked in Tier 2 examination. These 5 chapters are from pure mathematics. I can classify in this way. Okay, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, heights and distance, then mensuration part. Next, coming to this arithmetic, almost all the chapters you have to go for. You cannot avoid any chapter because you don't know from which chapter the questions will come in which shift. For that reason, you just focus on chapters like start with percentages. Very important but very simple chapter. Percentages, next averages, next ratio and proportion, next one is mixture and alligation, next one is extension of percentages, that is profit and loss. Okay, next one is time and work. In this time and work only you need to go for work and wages, pipes and system. Next one is time and distance. In this one you go for problems based on boats and streams. Next one for problems based on trains. 6 students, I have observed this one in the recent competitive this one CGL examination. Almost in every shift they are giving one question from boats and streams. Okay, why I am emphasizing this one? For an example only. It does not mean that from these chapters the questions are not coming. Every chapter they are covering. Okay, next after this one you go for very important chapter, that is number system. Number system, they are giving many questions from number system, and of course number series also. Okay, number series, most of the questions are covered in reasoning part only, but they are giving questions from this. Next one is HCF and LCM, questions based on HCF and LCM. Next one, certs and indices. Okay, next one is again mensuration. Okay, mensuration. Here I am considering this mensuration in arithmetic part for 2D. Here this is 3D mensuration, 3-dimensional. Very difficult questions are there in this one. Okay, then followed by they are giving questions from probability also. Very less, but please go through this chapter also. But to understand probability, first of all you should understand permutation and combination. Only then you can come to probability. Okay, then they are giving questions based on clocks and calendars also there, but clocks and calendars questions they are covering in reasoning part. Okay, so anyway I am writing here, you just take it for reasoning part as well, because I forgot to give you when we have discussed reasoning, because many chapters were there. Anyway, clocks and calendars. Even in our course also. We have covered, I think, this clocks and calendars in reasoning section only. I think, right? You just verify that one. Next very, very important chapter is, as far as SSC is concerned, simple and compound interest. Okay. Next one is partnership. Next one is problems based on age problems. Okay. Next one, sometimes they are giving from races and games. So these are the major chapters. Okay, if one or two chapters are not covered, like problems based on numbers, let's take it as a simplification. But simplification, that is in a different way they give in SSC when you compare that one to banks. I am writing that one also as one of the chapters, simplification. Okay, enough. These are the chapters for you. There may be some of the chapters also, some sub-chapters you can divide into, but enough. These are the chapters. Okay, see students, very, very important thing I am telling you. As far as these chapters are concerned, one more, I forgot to give you data interpretation. DI also, they are giving many questions in Tier 1 as well as Tier 2, but these questions are little simpler when compared to data interpretation of bank exams. But in Tier 2, they are giving good questions, so you need to learn DI also from the basic level. That is mandatory. Okay. Now, as far as these chapters are concerned, these chapters are more or less same for almost all the competitive exams which are conducted in our country, where like arithmetic is part of that one. Almost the level of difficulty is changing, varying, but basically these are the chapters. I suggest you one thing, students, for any competitive exam, when you are approaching this quantitative aptitude paper, always start with the simplification and approximation. In one way or the other way, that's going to be very much useful for you for all the questions, all the quanta chapters. In other words, speed maths is required for you. That's going to be very much helpful for you. Okay, first learn speed maths, excuse me, then go for percentages. You start from this set. Okay, after percentages, you just finish off a profit and loss. Okay, then go for averages, ratio proportion, mixture and allocation. You take it as one part. First finish off these 6 chapters, including simplification and approximation, right? Speed maths plus these 5, total 6 chapters you need to finish off first. Then go for this time and work and time and distance. See students, in CGL examination, many questions they are giving from time and work and time and distance, directly or indirectly, or mixing with some other chapter. So be careful and try to go for everything as far as these chapters are concerned. I have given you one method, students, that is unitary method. If you apply unitary method in a proper way, almost all the chapters, in all the chapters, you can use this unitary method. The benefit with this unitary method is that you will get 100% accuracy and you can save time while solving the problems. Ample of time is saved. In one way, I can say unitary method is substitution for using algebra method. Alright, so wherever it is required, you can go for algebra. For example, you take problems on ages. Some problems can be solved very easily with linear equation. In that case, go for that algebra, nothing wrong in that one, but try to use unitary method, particularly for time and work problems and percentages and application of percentages, and even for these averages and other chapters also. Learn unitary method properly. I have given a separate session for unitary method, how to use that one. Try to utilize that opportunity. Alright, unitary method is nothing but I have taken that one from our Vedic mathematics only. In Vedic mathematics, you can find solution for almost every problem in mathematics. But only thing is that you have to approach that in a proper way. Most of the cases, the terminology is very much difficult to understand. For that reason, instead of you read that, I have already read everything, I am going to give you in a simplified way. Try to utilize that. Okay. So now, after this one, many questions are being asked from number system also. This is also most important chapter. I have dealt from the basic level. What is number system? How many types of numbers are there? From that level I have discussed and particularly the remainder theorem. and others are very important. And based on remainder theorem, they are asking many questions in many competitive exams. CGL is not an exception for that. Okay, next number series is of course okay. Then HCF and LCM also they are giving many questions. Simple compound interest, right? Mensuration is the most important one. They are asking many questions in prelims as well as mains. Okay, probability, permutation and combination. First you go for permutation and combination, then come to probability, because even one question also makes a difference, students. For that reason, since you have ample of time in the Tier 2 exam, 100 questions should be completed in 120 minutes. You can do that. You can do. So you need to focus on small chapters also. Small chapters means as far as the number is concerned in your examination. Don't leave this one. Clocks and calendars, okay, that will be covered there in reasoning. Simple compound interest, then partnership, ages, races and games. Simple compound interest, they are giving many questions, right? Even these are also very important. And coming to DI. DI is also again playing a vital role in this examination. But to go for DI, you should be perfect with the simplification, percentages, averages, ratio proportion. Because in data interpretation, students, almost all the models are in this way only. You need to interpret the given data. Analyze the data. You have to divide the problem into two parts. One is information, other one is question. In the information part, you have to analyze that one. While solving the question, interpret the data first. Then, while solving the question, you need to use a speed maths, including percentages, averages, ratio proportion. Many questions can be solved very easily. So, you need to focus on this one right from the basic level, students, I am telling you, and don't go by only shortcuts. That is my sincere advice for all of you, because nowadays they are giving questions in a tricky way. To do that type of questions, if you rely on only one or two shortcuts, you will be struck in the examination. Alright, even one question is important for us. You please start from the basic level. That is very important. If you already know the basics, you just go very quick and try to focus on moderate, advanced and very advanced level questions. And coming to this part, students, I have focused on this part from the basic level again, because all of you must have read this one at your high school level. At your high school level only, from 6th standard only, they have introduced algebra and geometry. You need to know all the basics of algebra and geometry, students. Once you are perfect with the plane geometry, then go for coordinate geometry. Because you need to start geometry from the basic level only. From lines you need to start it. Alright, from lower classes, that's better to take lower class books if you are not joining any coaching center or any training center. Alright, if you want to go for self preparation, start from that end. Okay, many books are available. You can go with your self preparation also. But students, I advise you to join a good coaching center. That's really important nowadays, because unnecessarily ample of time will be wasted if you go for self-preparation. For practice, of course, you have to do by your own. But to learn the basics, to understand the concept, it is better to take advice from the experts. Your strategy should be in that way. Alright, next, trigonometry and heights and distance also. Right from the basic level, you try to learn. Okay, then mensuration, of course, it is started from the lower classes only. Try to recollect what you have done, and I have followed some specific methods for this one, students. To understand algebra, I have given some specific methods. You just follow that one. Easily you can understand this algebra. You never forget that one in your life. How to convert the verbal data into an equation, and how to solve the given equation, how to go for the substitution. Everything I have taught in a little different way. You please try to utilize that one. Even geometry also. Many techniques are there for geometry. Understanding the figures in a proper way, particularly the angles and other things. If you approach in a proper way, that would be easier for you. But students, it plays a vital role. Each question carries 2 marks. Out of 100 questions, in the mains exam tier 2, 50 to 55 questions are from this advanced mathematics only. You should prepare thoroughly, I am telling you. Only then you are able to do these questions, right? Even surds and indices also. Where I have written that one? Did I write that one here? Anyway, if it is not there, take that one. Surds and indices also. Here I have written this one. Okay, from this chapter also they are giving very good questions. Okay, try to go for this one from the basic level. What I do, I'll take a separate session for this one and I'll give you some introduction, because it's very difficult to give introduction for algebra in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, right? Many models are there in this one, even geometry also, trigonometry also. Alright, heights and distance, I've taken an extension of that one. Even heights and distance also, many questions they are giving in CGL examination, because in CGL quant plays a vital role. You just prepare thoroughly for this one and you take the help of an expert for this. I have discussed these questions from the basic level. Try to utilize the opportunity. And English part, students, English also plays a vital role, because 200 questions are given in the mains examination, that is tier 2. In prelims, 25 questions are there from English. We are going to discuss both together, number of chapters, the topics are very less compared to quanta. If you focus properly, the vocabulary based and grammar based. Focus properly there, definitely you are going to crack this one with maximum number of marks. For English students, in prelims you have 50 marks and in mains 200 questions and 200 marks. So total 200 plus 50, 250 marks are there. Alright, basically they are asking questions in this way. Vocabulary based, they are asking synonyms in prelims and mains, tier 1 and tier 2. Then followed by antonyms. Okay, these are similar in meaning and opposite meaning. Then followed by reading comprehension. Everywhere they are asking tier 1, tier 2. Next one is error detection. Okay. Next one is jumbled sentences, the rearrangement of sentences. Next one is fill up the blanks. Okay. Next one I am writing here, close test. Okay. Next one is very important one as far as mains is concerned, tier 2 is concerned, direct indirect speech. Okay. Next is voices, active voice and passive voice. Okay. Next one is, have you covered all things, synonyms, antonyms, comprehension in both the cases, error detection, then jumbled sentences, fill in the blanks or fill up the blanks, close test, or direct, indirect, active, passive. These two are very important as far as tier 2 is concerned. Idioms and phrases. Okay. Next one is word substitution. Next one is sentence improvement, also they are giving. Sentence improvement, I am writing in this way. Okay. Next one, questions based on spelling. Okay. Next one is miscellaneous questions based on vocabulary and grammar. This one, students. So basically all the questions in tier 1 and tier 2 are from these chapters only. You should be perfect with this one. But how to approach, students? See, I tell you, many students are asking one question, sir, can you give list of some synonyms and antonyms, so that we will go through that one and go for the exam. See, students, if anybody gives you that one, you take this list of synonyms, the questions will be from this one only. If anybody says like that, they are lying. They are lying, right? There is no shortcut to learn synonyms and antonyms. And that vocabulary cannot be built in 1 day or 2 days or 1 month or 2 months. Of course, you can develop your vocabulary in 1 month or 2 months to the great extent if you work in a proper way. The best idea I'll give you, students, to improve your vocabulary, the best way is reading one newspaper every day from today onwards you started newspaper reading. I suggest you to go for the Hindu paper. If physical paper is not available in your area, just go for that app and download that paper every day. And particularly the words which are used in the Hindu paper, rich vocabulary they use, and in many competitive exams they are asking questions based on that type of vocabulary only. For that reason only I am suggesting you that. That is not only useful for vocabulary building students, that is useful for almost all sections in English. If you take reading comprehension, yes, with newspaper reading, your reading comprehension skills will be developed. You will be understanding the passage in a proper way. Suppose you go for direct and indirect speech, active and passive voices. You can observe that one in the newspaper, which is he said that. Okay, so that is direct to indirect speech. Alright, so active and passive voice and many others can be observed in the newspaper. And particularly, you just go through the articles given in the editorial part. And on the right side of the editorial, you have 2 essays every day, 2 articles. You read that one and don't forget to read the column of letters to editor also. So you can get many new words in that one. And every day you can easily learn 5 to 10 new words. And you go for application of that one. That's very, very important. Only when you apply that one, you can learn something, students, practically. Alright, then in our course, I've introduced one section, basic grammar rules. I've covered all the things in this basic grammar rules. You first go through that one. Basic grammar rules. If any book is available for you in the market also based on basic grammar rules by good author, you take that one. That shouldn't be beating about the bush. That should be to the point. These are the grammar rules. You can learn some grammar rules. Abundant material is there, right? Many rules are there, but still you can learn to the go to the maximum extent, right? You just watch those videos, basic grammar rules, and I'm going to give many sessions now for English because English is unlimited as far as the CGL is concerned. Many models can be introduced. I'll give you many questions, many chapters of course, but focus on basic grammar rules first, then after that go for this one. See, you need to focus on, I'm telling you students, reading comprehension. If your comprehensive skills are good, go for reading comprehension. You can get 100% marks from this one. If you understand that passage very well, you can attempt the questions very easily. Then error detection also. They are giving in a conventional way. Most of the cases in conventional way only. They are giving that spotting errors. One sentence is divided into parts. You need to find out in which part the mistake is there. If you know the grammar rules in a proper way, easily you can solve this type of questions, right? This one and rearrangement of sentences also. This is also they are giving moderate to advanced level questions. I have observed the previous papers, students, right? Moderate to advanced level, easily you can finish this session also, this section also. Next, fill in the blanks. Most of the cases they are giving single fillers, sometimes they are giving double fillers as well. Now, closed test is one of the scoring section, this one. Alright, you can score many marks in this one, closed test. And as far as Tier 2 is concerned, direct indirect speech, active and passive voice. If you know that one proper way, students, you can easily crack all the questions, I'm telling you. All the questions easily you can do from direct indirect speech and active and passive voice. Then idioms. Again this comes under vocabulary. Idioms and phrases. So you try to expose yourself to the maximum extent. You cannot, there is no shortcut for learning idioms. Go on reading that one. Okay. Next, idioms are phrases. Word substitution also based on the vocabulary. Alright. So then very important thing here also. Spelling based also you can get good score. Then anyway they'll give some miscellaneous questions, right? Only thing, students, as far as English is concerned, again you need to go for vigorous practice, I'm telling you. For example, this closed test is there. Alright, so if you go with a little amount of practice, you can solve all the questions from this one with your logic. 50% language and 50% logic you have to apply. Anyway, we are going to have this English section chapter wise, one by one I am going to discuss later. But remember students, English plays a vital role. So you have to spend much time in your practice for English section. Then coming to this general awareness section, student general awareness, generally they give questions from current affairs, then they go for history, geography, economy, polity and science and technology. The level also not very difficult they are asking, right? So moderate to a little advanced questions they are asking. Let us take it as a moderate level only. So for example, you take economy, you just read it in a proper way. In our course what we have done, there are no videos for general awareness. We have videos for reasoning, quantum, English and advanced mathematics. For general awareness, we have given a capsule there. You just go through that one, that PowerPoint presentations are there. Very easily you can crack that part, that general awareness part. To what extent it is required for CGL level, we went up to that extent. Almost you will get all the questions from that one only, because thoroughly we have researched for it. And coming to third part, stage, that is Tier 3. Tier 3, you need writing skills students. I have a separate lesson session in our course, how to go for letter writing, from where you have to start. Many rules are there which we may not be knowing that or not. We must have forgotten that when at your high school level we have done that. Precise writing, how to reduce that one, right? Precise writing, letter writing, then application, essay writing also. Essay also very important, from where I have to start. The starting, how the essay should be started, the middle part how it should be, and how I need to conclude that one. It needs a little skill students, whatever the language may be. Even if you write in Hindi also, you cannot write anything that comes to your mind. You should start in a proper way. This is the introduction, then followed by the main theme, then finally you need to conclude that one in a proper way, in any language, whatever it may be. We have discussed that one in English language, so you can get benefit out of that one, because they have allocated 100 marks for that one. 60 minutes time is given for that. You can get maximum score in that third tier also, that is 3 tier. These marks are going to be added for the merit list. For that reason students, you should be a little careful for the paper and pen exam also. And coming to the last stage, that is computer proficiency test, or skill test. That's very simple. Okay, that's only nominal. Almost every student can go through that one. Wherever it is required, they are going to conduct that data entry skill test or computer proficiency test. You need to type on that one. If they ask to go for the speed test per minute, you need to type 20 to 25 words. That's not a big issue. If you have learned typewriting, that would be easier, or else also you can practice that one. Okay, so this is about this examination. And one thing students, before concluding I'll tell you, see, your attitude should be in a positive way. Many students are getting afraid. They are saying that lakhs of applicants are there and the vacancies are only 10,000, 10 or 12,000, right? Roughly I'm telling you, because they won't disclose that one while issuing the notification. Anyway, roughly I'm telling with my experience. Okay, so lakhs of aspirants are there, only 10,000 vacancies are there. How would we get? For that one, I already told you in the beginning of the class, one vacancy is yours. That's it. Go with that confidence, right? And second thing students, remember one thing, even though lakhs of students are there, serious students are only in thousands. Remember, let us take 30 to 40,000 students as far as this exam is concerned. 30 to 40. Alright, these are the serious competitors for you, very serious students, right? Maybe serious and very serious, and these are the serious students who are working very hard in a smart way to crack this one with a goal. You should be one among these students. You will definitely get a success. Then coming to this one, how you need to prepare. I told you from the basic level you have to start. There is no change in that one. And second thing is that you just divide your goal into small parts. Okay, so first 10 days for example you take. In 10 days from quantitative aptitude, how many chapters I have to cover? So daily target you keep. So I've covered this much, you have to go for that. I'll do one thing. So how to like plan a day for this one. For SSC CGL, I'm going to upload one more video of around 10 to 15, 20 minutes maximum, so that you can understand how to plan your day as far as this preparation is concerned. But you just start confidently, students. You will definitely get a success. Coming to our courses, I told you in the beginning of the session. See students, I kept the fee rock bottom level, right? You just visit our website for all the details. That is chakravarthysir.com. chakravarthysir.com. Okay, then go to that courses section. You will find everything there. You will find everything, what is the fee structure and everything. But basically I'm telling you, the courses we are offering in this way. Online mode is there, right? Pen drive mode and SD card mode. Okay, all the videos are there. All videos are recorded videos. I took utmost care while recording the videos. While watching the videos, our students give us the feedback that sir, we are not experiencing like watching a video. We feel as if you are standing in front of us. That is what exactly I expected from my videos. And more than 330 videos are there, and I am going to add many videos also till this examination as per the latest trend is concerned, particularly keeping tier 2 in mind, so that you can get immense benefit out of that one. Alright, no live classes are there. So online class does not mean that is live class, because we have more than 15,000 students. It's very difficult to bring all the 15,000 students, and there is a common myth among the people that in live session doubts will be clarified. No students, no, because I am there in this field for quite a long time. Whether it is a video class or personal interaction, if the faculty is experienced and the concept is clear, you will get all the doubts clear. I'll tell you, if anybody has joined our course, you take the feedback from them. They say that sir, while watching the video we get a doubt, but surprisingly in the next sentence you clear that doubt. We don't know how it is. By the grace of God, I am there in this field. I have seen lakhs of students. You will never get any doubt. If any doubt is there, you can post that one. Still, you can post it. Our faculty team will take care of that one. Okay, and the courses are all the for all the courses. The content is same. Courses means the duration, right? We have 3-month duration course, 6 months, then 1 year, 1.5, and 2 years. Right? For all this duration, the content is same number of videos, the study material, mock test, everything is same. Only thing is that whichever is suitable for you, you go for that. Okay? The fee structure is, I have started from 2,600. Okay? Just trust me students, only 2,600, because I know the difficulty, financial difficulties, how the students are facing. You need not pay 10,000 or 15,000 or 20,000 also some institutes are charging. I am not finding any fault with them, because that is their decision, right? So as far as my opinion is concerned, for 3 months, 2,600 enough. You have all the topics covered, more than 330 plus videos are there. For 6 months, that is 3,600. 1 year, that is 4,600. I think this is 4,000, not 4,000, 5,200 I think. Okay, and this is 5,900. You please just check in the verify on the website, because we have many combinations there. Bank plus SSC, only SSC, CLERKS, CSAT, everything is there. So please check that one. Visit this website, right? And after visiting the website, you go for sign up. Create one trial account, so that in the trial account you can watch 3 full-length videos free of cost. You will understand intention. What is my intention? From the classes you can easily find it out, because I want every student to be benefited by paying a very least price, right? Less price as far as money is concerned, and they should get the maximum benefit out of that. I really wish you all the best, students, and I wish all the students to get success at the earliest. Thank you very much.